forward. What's going on, Ewan, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mav, bringing you to what I like to title 5 overrated, 5 underrated, 5 fairly rated musical acts slash artists. This list will contain a bunch of popular and unpopular opinions that you, the viewer, may or may not agree with. So I'm gonna warn you again. This is your time. If you find this title, or if you feel like you're gonna be offended, leave now. Oh, you stayed. Good. That means we could get on into the list. You feel me? Now, coming in at that fifth place for overrated, and I'm gonna shift in between under fair. I'm gonna shift in between for each number so that way we don't lose track, man. But these opinions are fluid, so any one of these could be one. But I'm just presenting them. You know what I'm saying? 5 overrated. I think that Lil Wayne is one of the most overrated rappers of all time. Now, Wayne stands. Put your guns away. Put your potatoes away. Put your tomatoes away. I've never said Lil Wayne was a terrible rapper. He's a great rapper. But a lot of y'all think that he's number one, especially nowadays, which y'all are trying to advocate and ride for him so hard to get to the Super Bowl, considering it's been in New Orleans. My thing is, where was this energy at in Super Bowl 47 when Beyonce was chosen to do the show? And she's from Texas, not New Orleans. Come on, man. Why are y'all complaining about it now? Like, the Super Bowl always been in New Orleans, man. How are y'all complaining about this now, bruh? And then furthermore, think about it. A lot of his hit records has a lot of coarse language and a lot of sexually suggestive themes in there and lyrics and all that. How can he clean that up for an event like the Super Bowl, where more than likely kids are watching, predominantly white kids are going to be watching? So I don't see how he could be fit for a Super Bowl performance when most of his hits involve some sort of coarse language. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Another reason why he's overrated is that when he genre switched, everybody else ate it up. I was one of the few people that didn't like when he genre switched at all. And another reason is, outside of his Carter series, what other good albums are there? His mixtapes were solid as hell, but his albums, apart from the Carters, were they that good? I wouldn't argue, especially not the I Am Not a Human Being series. I didn't really like it that much. You know what I'm saying? I hated Rebirth too. I thought it was whack. But anyway. But yeah, Lil Wayne, he's not the number one rapper overall. And he's not even the best out of his own coast. But we'll get to that. Anyways, 5th underrated. I feel like this brother, in comparison to Lil Wayne, I think this brother should be the greatest rapper to come out of the South. But I feel like only Southern rap listeners, including Southern rappers in that conversation, only herald him as such, because this brother is where they get their swag from. I believe that Scarface should be heralded as one of the greatest rappers of all time, top 10 dead or alive. But I feel like only people from the South will give him his flowers. The only person on the East Coast that has given him his flowers were Jay-Z, and I think Nas might have mentioned him a few times. But yeah, I don't hear anybody on the Midwest giving him flowers. And I don't and I think Snoop Dogg might have given him his flowers on the West Side, but that's completely it. There aren't too many modern rappers nowadays that are willing to give credit to Scarface either. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for a decent amount of time, he's had one of the best runs for a longevity grown man rap artist. Like, for real, for real. Like, and his group, the Ghetto Boys, is one of the better groups to come out of the South, in my opinion. Rest in peace, Bushwick Bill, by the way. Come on, man. Mind Playing Tricks on Me is a classic, man. And then, like, Scar by himself, you know, everything from The Diary to My Homies, Part 1 and Part 2, to The Fix, which is my favorite album, to Emeritus, to Made. You know what I'm saying? All great projects. Deeply Rooted was solid. You know what I'm saying? Which was the last album he put out, man. You gotta give Scarface his flowers, man. For real, for real. Like, he's the greatest Southern rapper of all time, in my opinion. Especially when he puts out classics like I Seen a Man Die and Mr. Scarface is Back, which is a part 2 to that. Smile with him and Tupac, bro. His relationship with Tupac alone should grant him some argument, man. He had a great relationship with Tupac. Oh yeah, I can't forget about this underrated banger he put out. He says man, I met this chick so fine, so bad she made me sick sometime. I just had to fuck this bitch one time. I met her in the gallery, shopping, buying gifts from she got her, she dating, till trying to second anniversary, and I'm congratulating that. But man, she got an ass so fat you couldn't pummel with Shaquille hands. It seems to me she had the whole world in her pants. You know what I'm saying? And then he had Devin the Dude on the hook talking about, you must be used to all the finer things, infatuated by what money brings. It seems to me these hoes will never change, so honest, let this for us to exchange. But yeah, let me stop rapping, man. Scarface, you definitely a GOAT, for real, for real. Coming up to Fairly Rated, this is an opinion I actually agree with a lot of you with. I thought that, hands down, that Tony Yayo is one of the worst rappers to ever do it. He is straight doo-doo. Like, the only song I have of him downloaded is So Seductive, and that's with him and 50 on it. I don't have no other songs with him on it. I'm sorry. I do admire Yayo's passion for being one of 50's close homies and all that. I do admire that about him. You know what I'm saying? I commend him for his loyalty. But musically, you just don't do it by yourself. Like, you need 50's help every time, my brother. I'm sorry. And you're still the worst member of G Unit, man. Like, Lloyd and Young Buck wrap circles around you. And don't even get me started on Game and 50. Those are two different, all other different animals, man. But yeah, man. Yayo, you're not that guy, bro. You're not that guy. So Seductive is still a banger, though. Anyways, overrated. Fourth overrated. It's gonna hurt a lot of you 90s R&B heads so much, but if you had to ask me who I think the most overrated 90s, one of the most overrated 90s boy bands is of all time, Boyz II Men would definitely be my answer. Reason why? I think around that time there were better boy bands to come out that I think were sonically more appealing to me. Not saying Boyz II Men is bad, but like for them to be the number one black 90s boy band group, whereas so many other bands have a stronger argument, and then there were some up and coming bands who were ascending that had the potential to surpass them that were sonically superior to them as well. Like, you know, I think Jodeci has a strong argument for being the best 90s black boy band group. I think H-Town has a good argument, you know what I'm saying? I think Dru Hill has a great argument, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, those three groups for me are sonically superior, you know what I mean? Hell, Quiet as Kept, man. If they would have stayed together, I think So For Real could have definitely, at least tried to match them if they would have stayed together and stayed consistent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I mean, I'm not gonna knock Boyz II Men. I mean, they're definitely they're still a good group. They're just not that great. You know what I'm saying? Coming at 4 for underrated, I say Tevin Campbell has one of the most underrated careers as a 90s R&B singer of all time. Like, dog, this dude shattered freaking mountains with that. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Sorry if I can't sing right, but dude, like, you gotta give it up to him, bro. You gotta give it up to him. He's not a one-hit wonder like most people would think you believe. Like, did y'all forget about I'm Ready? You know, the video where he's singing in the snow to his girl. Come on, man. I'm ready to love. You know what I'm saying? Come on. How about come back to the world? Come back to the world. Baby, back to my world. How about his covers of Strawberry Letter 22, where she says Strawberry Letter 23. Come on, man. And how he rapped at the end. You know what I'm saying? And how about that one joint where he how about that one cover of Stevie Wonder's Knocks Me Off My Feet? I thought that he did pretty good on that. But what a lot of y'all seem to forget is he voiced one of the most iconic characters in Disney history in a hood classic, a Goofy movie. He voiced Powerline, and he dropped 2 of the most memorable, amazing bops from that movie. Stand out, yeah. Even if I gotta shout out loud, to mine is the only face you see. Gonna stand out, yeah. Shoot, and not to forget, Eye to Eye, bro. Eye to Eye is that jam, bro. If we listen to each other's heart, we'll find we're never too far apart. And maybe love is the reason why, for the first time ever, we're seeing it eye to eye. Come on, y'all. Don't knock Tevin, man. He had, like, in the 90s, he had an amazing run. I just wish he would have just crossed over to the 2000s fairly well, but he had some ish going on in his personal life, but we're not gonna get into that. Fairly rated. This is gonna shock some of y'all. But I personally believe that after further review, Britney Spears is one of the better singers we've had in our generation. Hands down. She's definitely, like, up there. Like, 2 of her records went diamond. Baby One More Time. And I think the one with what was it? Toxic on there? Did that go diamond? Hold on, I gotta check that. Let me fact check myself real quick. Because I know she has 2 diamond albums. And, like, you just don't go diamond on accident. You don't go diamond on accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, your shit has to legitimately be good for you to be diamond. For you to get diamond 2 times. Yeah, Baby One More Time is actually 14 times platinum. Wow, which is diamond. Let me see. Okay, Oops, I Did It Again. Okay. Yup, Oops, I Did It Again is diamond. Yup. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. I got lost in the game. But no. The reason why I say that is, well, the reason why I say Britney Spears is definitely up there with some of the GOATs is that not only because she went diamond 2 times, it's mainly because, like, I feel like people trash her voice because of how she sounds when she's trying to make pop music. But when you actually listen to some of her deep cuts, like Bottom of My Broken Heart, she actually does, and like other songs like I'm Not a Girl But Not Yet a Woman, and other meaningful tracks that's on that level, I feel like she demonstrates a bit more of a range and vocal prowess on songs like that. I feel like people get too caught up with her image and her shaving her head and her allegedly cheating on Justin Timberlake with K-Fed and all that, and then like, you know, a whole bunch of other ish, you know what I'm saying, with her father and her conservatorship. We get caught up too much in the public image to actually look and realize that this girl had heck of talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, Madonna came into the game guns blazing and ran pop for white females for a while, and then this PYT over here comes through 98, 99 out swinging, hitting it out the ballpark, man. Yeah, man, I gotta give Britney Spears a flower, man. She definitely up there. She definitely up there. You know what I'm saying? You don't go diamond 2 times on accident. I'm just saying. You don't go diamond 2 times on accident. Anyways, third for overrated. Oh boy. They're on this list for the same reasons I put Boyz II Men on here. Because for the life of me, I could never get into the Backstreet Boys. I never really understood their appeal. Like, sonically, for me, they seem like they're a little all over the place for me. Like, it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? At least Boyz II Men has a flavor of identity, but I think there's still better groups than Backstreet Boys for the time that they came out. There were still better groups. I already ran down the list. I'm not going to run it down even further, okay? Like, I even think NSYNC is better than these guys. And I don't even rock with NSYNC like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I will give them this, though. If you had to put a gun on my head and make me choose between the Backstreet Boys and One Direction, I'll probably choose Backstreet Boys every time, because despite me not liking Backstreet Boys that much, you could never get me to rock with One Direction at all. But yeah, man, like, these guys, they're like the white version of Boyz II Men, dang near. You know what I mean? But I just could never really get the appeal of them. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have too hard of an identity. And like I said earlier, there were better boy band groups out there. And in my opinion, and this is going into my next underrated pick, this next band I think is better than the Backstreet Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, coming straight out of my hometown, well, not hometown, I'm sorry, my home state of Minnesota, from the state capital that is St. Paul, ladies and gentlemen, Mid Condition. Mid Condition has one of the most slept on runs as a group of all time. Dude, they dropped hit after hit after hit. From Quit Breaking My Heart, Breaking My Heart, yeah, Breaking My Heart, ooh, Breaking My Heart. Come on, man. And then, like, I put this because this is my favorite album from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really love From the Men Factory. Like, dog. There's other hits too that, with or without this album, that are fire. Like, you know, what kind of man would I be? Come on, man. Someone to love, girl. If it's love you see, I'll be the one to give you the love you need. Just take my hand and I'll lead the way. If you need someone to love. Come on, man. But yeah, what else is there? I even like it's my all-time favorite hit from Mint Condition. You send me swinging, oh, you send me swinging. Oh, just I was thinking about you and all the things that we could do. Together is fine. If only you could see how deep your love is, how sweet your love is to me. Certainly, no other way to say just how I feel for you. Swinging, come on, man. They had the grooves, bro. And bro, let's not forget the legend. They made this joint on the same album as You Send Me Swinging, but it made it on the TikTok. You sway me. Come on, man. And then even past the prime, they're still good. You remember that song where they're like, it's nice to meet you, girl, I like your features, maybe soon I could treat you to somewhere quiet, no people, or maybe get to know you over a chai or a mocha. Anything's alright. So you standing in line, baby, you caught my eye. Come on, man. You can't say that one heat. You can't say that 7-hour one heat, man. Low key, I'm beginning to theorize that I could have been created off of some of these songs that the Mint Factory made, man. Come on, man. Give Mint Condition the flowers they deserve, man. They're one of the hardest R&B groups to do it for the 90s, man. Shout out Mint Condition. My home state. Represent. Alright, it's going into fairly rated. This is gonna make some of y'all mad, but I think Aaliyah is one of the greatest singing acts of all time as well. I think she up there with the Ghosts as well. I mean, aside from the fact that she's so fine, you sway me. Anyway, let me stop. But yeah, man, despite from the fact that she's so fine, I don't think she ever put out a terrible album. You know what I'm saying? And the trajectory that she was on, I feel like she would have definitely put herself near as closest to the Mount Rushmore, probably even breaking the Mount Rushmore, if she would have stayed alive and made more music. You know what I'm saying? She came out swinging with that Age Ain't Nothing But a Number joint, despite a 69 fraud producing and co-writing the album, but we're not going to talk about that. Then we got One in a Million, you know what I'm saying, which a lot of people think is her best album. I personally disagree, because I think her third album has no skips, and it's her best work as far as the stuff that was released during her lifespan. You know what I'm saying? The trajectory she was on, and then her dress and how she dressed is definitely a staple for the 90s and early 2000s, or how it girls dressed, man. You couldn't say Aaliyah did not have GOAT level trajectory, you know what I'm saying? And she was well on her way. And to be honest, I think she was there when she put out that third album. She was there. She didn't completely break through the mold, but she was literally right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Hashtag justice for Aaliyah. Yeah, man. Like, and those of you saying I'm overrating her because she died, that's further from the truth. Because you can't say that she's put out a trash project. A lot of your favorite artists that have longevity, a lot of them put out trash, man. A lot of them put out trash, and y'all still soak it up because that's your favorite singer, man. If you want to use death bias against me, I'm going to use your favorite singer bias against you, because not every album your favorite singer puts out strikes gold. And speaking on Aaliyah's discography, the only things that are potentially bad is the stuff that came out posthumously. Anyway, let's keep it going. R.I.P. to the Queen Aaliyah. Going to second overrated, and I'm about to piss a lot of y'all off. I know I'm about to piss a lot of y'all off, and I don't care. But I think Kendrick Lamar is one of the most overrated rappers of all time. Hear me out. My issue with Kendrick is that he takes forever to put out an album. He takes forever. Number one. Number two, his fans, because they're so deprived of him, will overrate the status and the stature and the acclaim of said albums to the rest of the hip hop community. To the point where, it's almost unbearable. Like, you Kendrick stans are the reason why Billboard put him as the second greatest rap artist of all time. I don't even think he's near the top 10. He's top 15 at best. Maybe even top 20, but not top 10. There's too many rap heavyweights that are in that have an argument for top 10, bro. And think about it. Look at his discography, man. Outside of To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City, what other albums in Kendrick's catalog are like GOAT level? You know what I'm saying? Damn was alright. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't trash, but it wasn't that good. Missing Around and Big Steppers was below average in my opinion. Section 80 was decent. You know what I'm saying? I prefer his mixtape Overly Dedicated in my opinion. But but all because To Pimp a Butterfly won on them Grammys, all of a sudden he instantly becomes the greatest rapper of all time? I disagree. I mean, shout out for him landing the Super Bowl, but I really hope that the songs that he chooses to do will actually get the crowd moving, you know what I'm saying? And furthermore, I mean, granted he's winning the battle against Drake and all that, but let's be real, dog. A lot of you Kendrick fans think that Not Like Us is the greatest diss track of all time. What the hell are y'all smoking? So, Not Like Us is better than Hit 'Em Up. Not Like Us is better than Ether. Not Like Us is better than No Vaseline. Come on, man. Stop it. Dog. Hit 'Em Up damn near destroyed Biggie and Bad Boy and the rest of them, bruh. Especially with the infamous line of him effing Biggie's wife. And then like freaking Ether almost destroyed Jay-Z's career. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jay-Z couldn't even respond properly after Ether, bro. Like, Blueprint 2 and Super Ugly were both misses, bro. I'm sorry. And No Vaseline, NWA heard that track and didn't even respond because they knew they lost. Drake keeps responding to you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you just be dissing artists and all that just so you can just get crowd and to make up for the fact that you don't even be spending enough time in the studio to put out consistent product, man. Remember, Missing Around the Big Steppers fell off the Billboard after only a couple of days. Come on, man. Stop overrating this guy. And there's no way he can be in a West Coast Mount Rushmore. There's hardly no way. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast is way too freaking loaded. So for you Kendrick fans to say he's the GOAT, stop it. Just stop it. For real. Underrated. I think Tyrese has one of the most underrated, most slept on R&B careers ever. You know what I'm saying? And I say this because a lot of y'all recognize him from his acting. I mean, he's a great actor, so I don't even blame you there. His characters, Jodie Summers and Roman Pierce, are his most iconic characters, by the by. He also was in the Transformers movies with Shia LaBeouf, man. He was one of them soldiers. Left cheek, left cheek, left cheek. Anyway, let me stop. But a lot of you guys remember him for his memes. What more do you want from me? And congratulations. Oh, a lot of y'all just remember him for him crying a lot, man. And I mean, Ty do it to himself, but a lot of y'all don't even understand how dope of an R&B artist he was. Come on. Sweet lady, won't you be mine? Sweet love for all the time. I'll be there when you need me. Just call and receive me. Come on, man. How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna act like that? Come on. The joint he did with the brat, come on, man. Oh, come on, man. I even forgot to mention, I know sometimes it might get crazy. I'll always be here for you, lady. Baby, I'm just trying to change the game. So let me work my ring. Let me do my thing. You just a baby boy. You not the real McCoy. I be running these streets. Running the streets. You going crazy. What about your baby? You riding with me, baby? Come on, man. And then come on, man. Who could forget my absolute favorite of his like, I was excited cause I was falling in love with you. And now that I've fallen, what am I gonna do? Come on, man. Tyrese goes crazy. Tyrese goes ham. And need I mention, he's also kind of a cheat code if you have him on a hook. Keith Murray had him on the hook of Can't Nobody Do It Better, made the song 10 times better. That's why you loving me, cause can't nobody do it better. That's why you loving me, cause can't nobody do it better. Can't nobody. Come on, man. And then, come on, who could ever forget his hit with Jiggy? Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, cause I really need you in my life. Come on, man. Fire. Give Tyrese his flowers, man. A lot of y'all remember for the movies and the memes, but let's not forget about this brother's music. Come on, man. Number 2, this is a popular opinion I agree with. Because in my humble opinion, I think, hands down, no debate, that Tupac is the greatest rapper to ever live.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
The greatest rapper of all times, bro. Without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, man. Do we even gotta explain? It's Tupac. 50 Cent says he's our Elvis for a reason, bro. People are still saying that he's not dead and that he's hiding in Cuba. We don't want to accept that he's at the fact that he's dead. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, dog, his discography speaks by itself. You know what I'm saying? And he still even has a lot of unreleased material that didn't even make it on the albums. That's goes to show his work ethic will not be matched. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I go. Another reason, a whole bunch of artists from the past and the present cite him as a reference. Number 3, nobody was rapping shirtless on stage until he started doing it. Number 4, hardly any black people was into tattoos until he started showing his tattoos to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Number 5, he has 2 diamond records. You know what I'm saying? All Eyes on Me is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Number 6, he has the largest bank of posthumous albums out of all the rappers, bro. Cause what is it? Don Illuminati, Still I Rise, Are You Still Down, Until the End of Time, Pac's Life, Loyal to the Game, and Better Days. So that's about 6 albums after he died. 6. You know, some rappers only leave like 2 or 3, but he left like 6 albums behind. Crazy work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's also the most prolific. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that he had a futuristic pen about himself and how he would die. You know what I'm saying? It's like he knew he had a short amount of time on Earth. Tupac also did a lot in 5 years that most rappers won't do with 3. You know what I'm saying? And then think about it. In the midst of his beef with Biggie, he outsold Biggie by triple the amount of records, man. And dog, he's also the only rapper to go platinum while doing prison time, man. Like, come on, man. Me Against the World is one of the greatest albums ever. Like, Tupac released 4 of the greatest albums of all time, in my opinion. Well, arguably 5, because there's Tupacalypse Now, Strictly for My Niggas, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, Don Illuminati, The 7-Day Theory, and Are You Still Down. Those 6 right there solidify his status, man. Everything from cover to cover was just enjoyable, bro. You will find no rapper no realer than this dude, man. He was definitely the truth. He is definitely still the GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then think about it. After he died, a whole new generation of rappers, from Ja Rule to 50 Cent to even Kendrick Lamar. Even Kendrick Lamar gets influenced from Tupac. Even Eminem is influenced by Tupac, because he said, without Tupac, there is no Eminem. Anyway, coming in for number 1, Overrated. Funny, I put his biggest mentor in here, but now his time has come. Ladies and gentlemen, I also think Drake is a very overrated rapper too. Now, don't get me wrong, he makes great product. You know what I'm saying? Especially his first 3 albums being and a couple of his mixtapes, like More Life, So Far Gone, and If You're Reading This Is Too Late. I love those 3 mixtapes. But his best albums are Thank Me Later, Take Care, and Nothing Was the Same. Those 6 projects alone, I'll give him great status, okay? But to say he's absolutely number 1, no, I don't agree with that whatsoever. And like, to say that he's a more prolific artist than Michael Jackson rubs me the wrong way. Because, like, I don't care how much streaming numbers you will do, you will never surpass Mike. You'll never surpass Mike. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much you sell out arenas, you will not surpass Mike. I'm sorry, bro. Especially with trash ass projects like Views coming through your radio waves, man. Views was ass. I'm sorry, it was ass. I did not like Views. Scorpion was very mid at best. You know what I'm saying? Scorpion was mid at best. And then I didn't like Certified Lover Boy or Honestly Nevermind that much. They're both overrated in my opinion. I did enjoy For All the Dogs, however. For All the Dogs was decent. You know what I'm saying? But apart from that, Drake is clearly past his prime. He's clearly past his prime, man. Like, he's barely even relevant after what Kendrick did to him. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless of the fact, Drake has a wider audience, you know what I'm saying, globally than Kendrick does at this point. It's just that Kendrick fans are more louder than Drake fans. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving forward, I think the most underrated R&B male singer of all time is none other than Mr. Lumpkin himself, Genuine. I think Genuine has. We all talk about Jay-Z's run from 96 to 03, but there was somebody else who had a great run from 1996 to 2003. And Genuine is that guy. I'm telling you, he was one of them ones. Dog, none of his albums didn't really miss from that period, bro. Like, everything was quality. The Bachelor is a classic. 100% is arguably his best album. And I say arguably because The Life was that good. You know what I'm saying? The Senior, which I have presented to you, was also very good. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Dude, the joint he did with Leon 100%, come on. Final Warning, you can't say that doesn't go crazy. You can't say So Anxious don't go crazy. We already know how dope of a song Pony is. You know what I'm saying? None of Your Friends' Business goes crazy still to this day. To this day. You know what I'm saying? There it is. You come on, man. He pays the car no, light bill, house no. Come on, man. Differences. My whole life has changed. Come on, man. The most underrated Genuine track. She's so fine, fine, fine. She's a dime, dime, dime. She's so fine, fine, fine. She's a mine, mine, mine. Come on, man. Hell yeah. With Birdman and them. And then, dog, still my favorite all time from him. Is there room, any more room for me in those jeans? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't say Genuine did not have a goated run from 96 to 03. Like, I feel like it doesn't get shed enough light because, you know, he had a lot of things going on in his personal life that detracted from his music. But, you know what I'm saying? If you want to give people GOAT status for what they did in their past, I think Genuine should be in the conversation. Like, he definitely should be considered for, like, at least top 10 for solo R&B singers. You know what I'm saying? Give Genuine his flowers. My last opinion, fairly rated, man. This dude is the greatest of all time. Greatest artist of all time. Greatest male singer of all time. And something I agree with you on. I mean, who else can eclipse this man? Michael Jackson.
Yes, Sasuke! Yeah!
The GOAT, bro. The GOAT. It's Michael Jackson, bro. Do I gotta go into it? Thriller, Bad, Off the Wall, Dangerous, History, Blood on the Dance Floor, Invincible. All great listens. Do I even have to explain? It's Michael Jackson, bro. It's Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson. Hate on me all you want. Hate on him all you want. People is still spitting on this man's grave because of him beating the case and him not being allowed to defend himself and everybody trying to suck money from the estate, man. Screw y'all. Even in death, Michael Jackson is still the king of pop. Reason why? He did what your favorite artist he did what your favorite artist couldn't even do in a time where internet streams and views weren't even a thing, bro. You had to go out and physically go get the records, bro. And he was that guy. Thriller is the #1 album worldwide still. I don't think anybody is going to ever touch that. I don't think anybody's ever going to touch that. Not one person. I don't care if it's Beyonce, Chris Brown, Drake, or whomever. Nobody's going to eclipse that, man. Nobody's going to eclipse that. Thriller is 3 times diamond. 3 times. Come on, bro. Bad is 1 time diamond. You got to at least have 2 diamond albums to compete against Michael. Come on, man. Be for real. Be for real. Be for real. A lot of y'all favorite artists get they swag from Mike, man. Come on. Anyway, that's just gonna wrap this video up. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and notification bell so you never ever upload. And I'll see you all for my next list. Until then, take care, y'all. Deuces.